neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash out here on, what's today, guys? I think it's Labor Day, right? Shout out to everybody out here enjoying the nice outdoors, spending time with your family, all that good stuff. But we're going to be out here for a good time, not a long time at all. So we have about 1.5 hours. Put 1.5 hours on the shot clock. I'm going to see how many fish we can get to the boat. All you have to do on your end is subscribe to the channel, guys. So if you subscribe to the channel, guess the exact weight of one of these fish that we get to the boat. That's your ticket to being able to walk away with a little cash for one of these bass. Now today, I don't know if you guys saw, but I just released a video talking about it is top water season. So we're gonna have some top water baits. And today's mission is to catch my first fish using one of these minnow baits, guys. So I haven't really been throwing them that much, but we're gonna get into it today and see if I can make that happen. And we have a top water bait that we'll be throwing. And what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and get some of these other things out of the way. It's a real nice day today, guys. The weather's kind of calmed down a little bit as far as the heat. Have a nice little breeze coming across the water. And I'm gonna move all of these other rods back here out of the way. So look at this pile of rods we have back here. So this is the second string right here. So we're gonna put all of these down here out of the way for now and just focus on those 3 baits that I just showed you. Top water bait, then we have that minnow bait, and that's about it for today, guys. All right, as you come into the chat, please go ahead and make sure you hit that like button for me. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the likes up. And we're gonna get things rolling. Like I said, guys, we have an hour and a half on the shot clock. Running a little behind schedule of what I was planning for today, but we're still gonna make it happen. Get my mapping set up right. All right, let's roll, guys. All right, and let's see, who do we have in the chat so far? Shout out to Mario. He said, what's going on? We got TC Outdoors in here. We got Dead Rabbit. He said, arsenal of spinning gear. Oh yeah. Shout out to Hog Catcher. How did you do this weekend on the tournament? What was your big fish and what was your total weight? We got Granny's Corner tuning in too. All right, guys, we're about to go ahead and take off and head to spot number 1. See if we can get some of these fish to the boat on these minnow baits today, guys. Hog Catcher said terrible. A 4-pound was the biggest that he caught. Had 10.69 for his total weight. Caught a 7-pounder during practice. So what was your let me just get lined up where we need to be, guys. What was the winning weight for that tournament? What was the winning weight in big fish for the tournament, Hog Catcher? Breezy out here on the main lake. Well, actually, I'm not on the main lake yet, but out of these coves. TC said Hog Catcher was out there catching hogs. All right, so I showed you guys what we're going to be using today. So if you see, the deck is pretty clear today. I just have 3 rods up here. Everybody's out here catching these fish on these minnow baits. So that's what I want to see if I can make happen, guys. That's the plan. Let me just show you guys the minnow bait that I have right now. I think this is on. I think I have it on 8-pound line. I had it on 6 before, but man, that 6-pound line, that's kind of small. TC Outdoors said fuzzy ice. Yeah, I don't have any of those yet. Yeah, maybe a little too windy for me out here. I don't know if you can hear that wind or not, but it's a little breezy out here. TC said the wind is so bad. Can you hear the wind, TC? Hog catcher said 20 pounds was the winning weight on Lake Gunnersville this weekend with a 5.56 big fish. Dead Rabbit said, I posted 2 times for Chicken Hawk what to do on Gunnersville. He would have won possibly. He just needed to cruise and watch for blow-ups. They were crazy active hitting schools. Mascot said, where is he? Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of this wind, guys. For what I want to do today. Today is kind of like let me see. We have quite a few people in the chat, but the likes are looking kind of ugly. Look, guys, so this is what I'm going to be fishing with today. Has anybody seen or heard about these minnow baits that people are out here catching all these fish with, supposedly? But not me. I haven't been able to make that happen yet. I saw a little something. So I had to go down there and see what I could do with it. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep on moving. Like I said, guys, today we're out here for a good time. Definitely not a long time. We have an hour and a half on the shot clock. We're just getting started for anybody that's tuning in. I've only made, like 2 or 3 casts so far, guys. So we haven't really got anything going yet. It's a little too windy out here on this area where I'm at. So let's see. Oh, shoot. My goodness gracious, that handle just hit my leg. Let's take a look around and see. Where can I go to kind of get out of this wind a little bit? Let's go over and take a look at this point over here and see what we can find. So that's a mooch minnow. Hog catcher says, I wonder where you at. You know where I'm at. I told you I'm lazy. I don't like driving far, driving long distances anymore. Oh, where did they see those blow-ups at on Gunnersville, huh? Yeah, where were the blow-ups at on Gunnersville? All right, if you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Let me just get an idea, see what's going on with the chat for today. We have a kind of a cooler day out here today, guys. If you take a look around, it's not really a sunny day. It's kind of cloudy, a little windy. These are the type of days when you see this water has just a little bit of a ripple on it. These are definitely some good top water conditions right now. Oh my goodness. And what is that I see? I see a bunch of fish feeding on a school of fish right now. So they're out here getting active. Let's see if I can get my little minnow bait into some of that action. Shout out to the Outdoor King. I think the Outdoor King was one of the sponsors for this weekend's Big Bass Battle. If you watch the Big Bass Battle, guys, type in Big Bass in the chat. Let's just see who watched the Big Bass Battle this weekend. We could talk about it a little bit. It obviously did not go as expected for a lot of people. Shout out to TC. TC said, oh yeah, I was in on the action. I mean, it was some great competition out there. Shout out to the Outdoor King. We know he was there. Dead Rabbit said, the Big Bass was shameful. I'm pretty sure it was. Nobody, I don't think anybody got the results that they were expecting. I was expecting the Texas guys to run away with it with some mega bass on that. TC said he couldn't type, so you couldn't get active in the chat. I'm gonna be out here playing around for a good little minute, guys. Seeing if I can figure out this little minnow thing out here. All right, attempt number 1 did not work. Let's try it again. I got a bunch of fish on it. I just don't know the technique. I don't have the technique down pat yet, guys. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it. Sitting in about 36 feet of water right now. We have a few fish down there taking a look at it. Let's keep on trucking. Dead Rabbit says, I'll always root for electronic underdog. All right, we got our likes moving up a little bit. Dead Rabbit says, I was rooting for Beards. He was electronically the underdog. It looked to me anyway, but video quality wasn't great. All right. Hog Catcher says, make long casts and bounce it back to the boat. All right, yeah, we'll get it ready. Jordan says, you ever go to the Thousand Islands? Where's that at? Where is that at? I've heard of that before. Okay. Let's back it up. All right, let's see. If you hit the like button already, type the word like in the chat. If you already hit the like button for me, type the word like in the chat. Appreciate that, Blaster. Malachi, Outdoor King. Appreciate that. Blaster said Beards and Bass said they had just sprayed the hydrilla. Chicken Hawk was showing no mercy. He said he didn't care if you were stuck in a lightning storm, if they sprayed the hydrilla, if they drained the lake, he was still gonna stomp you out. He said he does not care. He said he didn't care. D.L. Peck was like, hey guys, I'm out here trying to fight for my life. The lightning almost hit me. Chicken Hawk said, but did you catch a fish yet? And I was like, oh my goodness, Chicken Hawk, that's kind of ruthless. Blaster said that's why Beards and Bass was struggling. Blaster, are you an attorney? Are you Beards and Bass's representative? Are you the attorney? Chicken Hawk said he does not care if it's a lightning storm. He said he don't even care if there's water in the lake or not. If you pick that lake, you got to make it happen. Blaster's like, but hey, you got to have some sympathy for the peoples if they're having a hard time out there. You said how big of a lake was Blasted on? Blasted was on the Harris Chain. Are you guys, Beards and Bass was on the Harris Chain. Who has heard of the Harris Chain? Type Harris in the lake. In the chat if you've heard of the Harris Chain. I don't know much about it, but I've heard about it. And I've heard they have some monsters out there. All catcher heard about it. TC knows about it. What's going on, Cody? Shout out to Canada. Peggy said, I wish I could meet some of those Battle of the Anglers. Need to have a meet and greet one of these days. All right, the wind died down a little bit, so that'll help me out a little bit, guys. Man, I got a feeling any second some fish are gonna come up and start hitting on top water. And I gotta be ready. Blessed says he heard about it. Man, the likes are still kind of ugly, guys. Who all has hit the like button? Did everybody that hit the like button type the word like in the chat for me? Let's see if we can get about 10 more likes. We're sitting close to about 100 people in the chat. We just need about 10 more likes for now. John said, nope, I ain't hitting that like button. He said, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Man, I almost had it, guys. It's a work in progress. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. So we're just sitting out here on a point right now. Jimmy Whitewood says, what kind of bait you got? Peggy said, catch a big bass from me, bro. All right, let's see. So you guys want to see the bait that I'm using right now? Let me show it to you. It's just a little minnow bait. So here we go. Just a simple little minnow bait. Nothing special. I think it's a mooch minnow. So I'm just out here trying something different today, guys. So I've never actually caught a fish on one of these before. But I had one on, dropping it straight down one time. But at the time I was using 6-pound line. I set the hook into it, but I didn't really set into it good because I was worried about that 6-pound line breaking off on me. Holly says, what state are you in? I'm out here in Georgia, Lake Lanier, Georgia, having a good old time. All right, see a little bit of action out there. Let's see. All right, we might have to roll out and move again, guys. All right, let's see what else we have out here before we move on. All right, nothing. You know what? Let's try putting a little stank on it. What you guys think about that? Appreciate that, Chauncey. Chauncey said he is light number 43. Oh my goodness. I hate it when this stuff leaks out. Ah. All right, let's see if I can clean this stuff off my hands. All right, let's keep on moving. Today is minnow bait practice day. And if we see something come up on top, you know we have to throw at it. All right, guys, we have 1 more hour left on the shot clock to come out here, hang out and have some fun. All right, so what were some highlights from the big bass battle that stood out to you guys? Other than people saying it was not really a big bass battle. Yeah, it was a tough day. Blaster said the bendation is coming to a screen near you. Let's just take a quick peek over here by these docks real quick. See if we see something. TC said the highlight was when you caught the 6-incher. Was it? I don't even know if it was that big. I don't even know if it was 6 inches. Wave says, I saw you got third and you beat Chicken Hawk. Yes, sir. Shout out to DL Peck. He slid in right at the last minute and saved his day. He was sitting in last place for a long time. And I got to give a big shout out to Texas Noop. He came out and did his thing. He was catching, I think he caught 7 fish total. I caught 5 fish total. But we were just going by the biggest bass, guys. So whoever had that biggest bass, and DL caught 1 fish, but it ended up being the second biggest of the day. But yeah, that little 6-inch fish I caught, that actually won me a $20 bill. $20 was paid out to the smallest fish. That fish actually weighed 0.15. Look, I wanted to make sure I got that money right. We have Swicky's fam tuning in. Hope your day is awesome as well. Hope you're enjoying the holidays with your the holiday with your friends and family. I'm gonna be out here on the lake for about an hour. Just wanted to come out here, hang out with everybody for a quick minute. If you guys could, double tap your screen for me. Just tap the screen. Let's see if we can get up to about 70 likes. Once we get to about 70 likes, the fish will start biting. 60 to 70 likes make the fish bite, and we're almost there. We have right around 100 people in the chat, so I think we can make it happen. We're gonna keep on moving, guys. So I like the way the wind is kind of died down over here where I'm at right now. But what I'm trying to find is a school of fish is what I want. I want to find a nice school of fish so that I can practice with this minnow bait. Shawang says, it looks like South Carolina. Well, you're close, it's Georgia. Delcy says, where am I at? I am currently in Georgia on Lake Lanier. Slappy says, Slapping Tails TV says it looks a little bumpy. Oh yeah, there was a one of those big kind of yacht looking boats that kind of went by, so I had to slow down going over that wake. Just trying to look for some calmer water. Oh yeah, it gets real rough out here with all of these wake boats and everything, especially today. It's right at noon right now, so in about another hour or so, this lake is probably going to be full with jet skis, pleasure boats, all that kind of stuff. But I will be gone. We have one more hour on the shot clock, guys, before we head out for the day. So the goal today is to catch a fish on that right there. Throwing a little minnow bait. Got a little stank on it. We're gonna see if the fish want to come out and play. There we go, got the cast where I wanted it to be. We're sitting right on top of a nice school of fish. Nature Man says, is this the Tennessee River? No, sir. This is Lake Lanier, Georgia. Out here fishing for some of these spotted bass. Trying something a little different today, guys. I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to catch these fish with these little minnow baits. Rusty says, are you live scoping? I'm trying, Rusty. I'm not really good at it. That's what I came out here to do today, to see how these guys are able to get out here and do that. So that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm not really good at it. It's fun, though. It's fun. Quantum says double up on the bait. Yeah, Rusty, I don't know if I had the patience for it. Slapping Tails TV says, I've had more luck with slower, smaller stuff. Okay. Doing pauses every so often. Yeah, I just wanted to get out here and check it out, see if I can make some things happen. Rusty says, what kind of units do you have? I'm running Humminbird So right now I have Mega Live is what I'm running. I have Mega 360 also, but I'm not really, I don't even think I have that connected right now. I haven't been using it lately. Slapping TV says he wants to see me catch one before he go to work. Yeah, I'm gonna try this for maybe about, I'll try to hang in here for about 10 more minutes trying this technique, because I did want to come out here and try something different. Neil said, where is this? I'm out here in Lake Lanier, Georgia. Stappen says, what bait am I throwing? I'll show you again. I'm throwing this little minnow bait right now. See that? Nice and simple technique, supposedly. Let's count this thing down to about 15, 20 feet. Ricky Bobby says, how can I show you the 11.61 pound bass? Go to FishXLive.com. You can set up a free account there. Go to FishXLive.com. You can add it to a journal. So on there, you have a live journal that you can upload all of your fish to and keep notes and things like that that'll help you out as far as tracking the baits, the lures, all that kind of stuff. You can upload the picture in there and just let me know when you upload it, and then I'll pull it up and show everybody. So just go to FishXLive.com. Actually, everybody watching, you guys can go to FishXLive.com, download your free account and upload some of your fish in there. And if you're fishing, prepping for a tournament or something like that, you can enter those fish in there along with the conditions, the baits and things like that, the location, to help you kind of track your progress and get ready for tournaments also. Noob says, are you a pro fisherman? I doubt it. I doubt that. What does anybody in the chat, do you guys know what pro stands for in pro fishing? Does anybody know what pro is short for? Somebody, anybody. Let's see if anybody knows what pro stands for. Auntie says it stands for professional. Professional. Is that true? In the chat, what do you guys think? Blaster says, I thought professional. Slapping Tail says procrastination. Does anybody know what pro stands for in pro fishing? Somebody, anybody. Does anybody know? What's going on, JT? Nobody knows? Nobody knows what pro stands for? All right, guys, I came and tried it. Now let's go back to, so this is the bait that I was catching all my fish on for Battle of the Anglers right here. Now let's see if it wants to come out here and get a fish or two to the boat for me today. Blaster says, tell us. I'm waiting to see some more guesses in the chat. If I 5 more people to put their guess in the chat, then I'll tell you what it stands for. Does anybody know what pro stands for? When you hear pro fisherman, what does pro stand for? Nobody knows. Nobody's answering the question. Rusty said, who won the battle? All right, Rusty, to see the results, go to FishXLive.com, click on the tournaments tab. Once you download the app, remember, you can download the app for free. Once you download the app, click on the tournaments tab, and in that search bar, type in Big Bass Battle. And I want you to take a look and see who actually won it. All right, so in the chat, is anybody going to answer the question? When you see the word pro fisherman, what does pro stand for? What is the pro short for? Does anybody know? Somebody has to know. Blaster. Okay, let's see. Christine said professional. Blaster says promotional. Alphalus says professional. Christine, professional. All right, Blaster got it. Promotional. So they're promotional staff. So you guys have heard of pro staff? So they just shorten it and say pro. Promotional staff. So Blasted, how'd you figure that out? Did you look that up? Tell us the truth, Blasted. Did you look it up? Christine said, who knew? Blaster says, so they promote the sports stuff. Yep, promotional staff. That means that they are employees and they are promoting and selling stuff. So that is their job, is to sell. They get paid to sell product. So if they're out there catching fish, but they're not selling product, they will not have a job for long. They have to make those sales happen. Promotional staff. Shout out to the Outdoor King. Slid right on in. And I know you see it. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else, because you know if you see something, you have to say something. Shout out to Blasted quick on the draw. He saw Outdoor King get into the action, guys. You know what? I might have to start fishing now. I might need to get a fish to the boat for the Outdoor King. Let's see if we can make it happen for the Outdoor King. Let's speed up that retrieve just a little bit. All right, let's change some things up. Did everybody shout out the Outdoor King? We always got to give credit where credit is due. Like I say each week, guys, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, show of support for the channel by gifting those memberships, they are the sponsor of the live stream, because this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, subscribers, and people just slide through every once in a while, just see what's going on with this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, today I came out here for a good time. I knew it wasn't going to be a long time, but I wanted to see if I could catch something on one of those minnow baits, and I'm gonna have to try that a different day when I have a little more patience. I wasn't ready for it today. Let's see if we can get something to come up here on top water. We have 36 minutes left on the shot clock, guys. All right. Had to take a quick call. All right, let's one or two more cast out here, then we're gonna keep on moving, guys. Shout out to Texas Newt. He said the chip is here. Texas Newt slid right on in and came in with the win for the big bass battle, guys. We was on his neck though. He was bringing them in. Texas Newt was doing his thing. see if they want a drop shot today. Shout out to Christine. She says, have a great day, y'all. All right, enjoy the holidays. We have about 32 minutes left on the shot clock for today, guys. Just wanted to come out here, touch bases with everybody. So anybody else in the chat, were there any moments in the Battle of the Anglers that kind of stood out? Anything that stood out for you in the Battle of the Anglers this past weekend? Well, I mean the big bass battle. Texas New says, I couldn't have done it without my fans and followers. He's like, I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank my pops. Yeah, I'll put out a post later today shouting out Texas Noop for his victory in the big bass battle with a link to his channel. You guys make sure you go and check out Texas Noop on YouTube. How many subs do you currently have, Texas Noop? Man, it just looks so lovely over here. It's hard to leave. Texas New said he has a strong 64. All right, shout out to Texas Noop, the winner of the big bass battle. Let's see if we can get him up to 70 subscribers today. Texas Noop, what's your channel? It's at Texas TX_Noop, right? Is that your channel? Blaster, can you put a link to Texas Noop's channel in the chat? Do you know how to do that? There we go, at Texas Noop. All right, and if you have taken the time to go out and show support, sir, for the big bass winner, Texas Noop, type subscribed in the chat if you went and subscribed to Texas Noop's channel, guys. Let's see if we can get him a strong 16 subs over there on his channel. He said he's sitting on a strong 54 right now. Let's see if we can get him a strong 70. If you have subscribed to Texas Noop's channel, type subscribe in the chat. Somebody, anybody. Also, once again, want to give a big shout out to the Outdoor King. The Outdoor King is a sponsor of today's live stream. Shout out to AC. AC said, I subscribed. She said, now let me DQ somebody. Blaster says he is subscriber number 55. I guess that makes AC 56. Texas Noop always showing strong support for the channel, always getting active in the chat. And you guys saw him live and in action on Saturday doing his thing out there on Joe Pool in Texas, bringing some edutainment to us. Texas Noop, what were you catching your fish on? It kind of looked like you were cranking a little bit. AC said I was already a subscriber. She said don't sleep on it. She said I was already subscribed. Wouldn't you know it, in Texas, throwing the Texas rig. Okay, a popper. Okay, that was it. I remember you did say top water. Blaster said that popper was popping. All right, drop that link in the chat for me again for Texas Noob. If you have subscribed to Texas Noob's channel, type the word subscribe in the chat for me. What's going on, Dan? Good to see you. Uh-oh, Texas Noob. So you're going to have a video on the tournament? Were you recording too? Now, that would be good. All right, there we go. Make sure you guys go to Texas Noob's channel and hit that subscribe button. He was the winner of the Big Bass Battle, guys. Appreciate that, Daniel. Daniel said, I'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button for him. Okay, Texas Noob said he was recording. We're going to have a video coming out of Texas Noob's action for the Big Bass Battle. When are you going to release that video, Texas Noob? We ready to see it. All right, guys, in the chat, if you haven't already, please go ahead and double tap your screen. Let's see if we can get a few more likes. All right, we're about 86 likes. That means the fishes start to bite. Let's see if the fish are going to cooperate. Appreciate that. AC dropped that link in the chat. If everybody could, click on that link real quick. And hit the like button over there on Texas Noob's channel. He will be releasing a video of his action out there on the Big Bass Battle. I guess he'll be showing us, obviously, the catches. And maybe we'll see some of the baits and things like that he was using. But we'll see everything from his perspective. Shout out to Fat Cat. Really appreciate it. Kenneth says professional means you compete and have sponsors. Okay, I know some people do use that as a definition too. But have you heard of professional staff, Kenneth? What do you think about that? Pro staff, promotional staff. Texas Noob said he had to use the tow truck. He was hooked up like a tow truck. Oh, goodness. All right, so if you are in the chat and you have gone and subscribed to Texas Noob's channel, type the word subscribe in the chat. I always like to see who's participating, who's showing support for the people that support the channel. Shout out to Texas Noob, winner of this big bass battle that took place. Kenneth said, read my comment above. I read it, Kenneth. Shout out to Chaos Goat. Chaos Goat, did you watch any of the big bass battle action from this past weekend? All right, one more cast with this, and then we're gonna move to a different location. How about that? All right, let's go ahead and count that down to about 20. Chaos Goat says, I subbed. Shout out to Chaos Goat. Kenneth, did you subscribe to Texas Noob so you can watch the recording for the big bass battle that took place this past weekend? I hope DL Peck was recording. I hope DL Peck has some footage from this past tournament. All right, we're just slow rolling that bait, guys. Seeing if we can get any action. And it doesn't look like it. Pack up and roll on out of here. Let's dip up out of here. Da 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 da. All right. I know where I want to go. Let's see if we can hide away from the wind. Isn't too bad, but there's a lot of boats and stuff starting to get out here. And we have another 20 minutes on the shot clock. Definitely kind of bumpy out here. What's going on, Jeremiah? He says, is that a new boat? It's the same boat. You mean to show it to you real quick? We'll do a quick everybody see what the boat looks like, guys. I'm rolling in a Nitro Z20. Shout out to FishXLive.com. Also, shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. Does SWAT have a website yet? All right, it's being pushed by a Mercury Pro XS 250 horsepower 4-stroke motor. So depending on the setup, you go around 70, little more, little less, depending on gas load, how many people you have on the boat, what type of equipment, stuff like that you have on here. Have 2 graphs at the console. I pretty much use this one for mapping. I don't even turn this one on too much anymore. And then up front, I have live imaging, have an Ultrex trolling motor. I run my mapping and my Mega 360 on this unit down here. And up top, I run my live imaging. And that's about it, guys. So depending on the lake that I'm fishing, really has a lot to do with the techniques and stuff like that. Shout out to SWAT, Lawn Operations, guys. So what I did is I just came out here by an island so I can kind of hide away from the wind and all the waves and stuff from those boats and everything. So hopefully this will kind of shield me a little bit. Does anybody remember last week when I had that fish hit on top water and broke my line, and then it jumped out of the water trying to throw the bait that was still hooked in his mouth? Does anybody remember that? Well, if you do, that is the same area I'm in right now. Right over there in that same area. Let's see, guys. Got Michigan Bully Life back in the chat. Good to see you. All right, how much more time do we have on the shot clock, guys? It was moving pretty fast today. Shout out to Squiggly Lines in the chat. Texas Snoop says, Money, I'm going to email you about those new shaky head jigs I made for you. All right, that'll work. So yeah, I mean, if you want to send anything, the mailing information and stuff like that is down in the it's in the description. Greetings from Germany. Guten Tag, my friend. Guten Tag. Oh man, I reeled it a little too slow. So we got hung up. Let's see if we can save it. How are things going over there in Germany? What's the weather like? You see, it's a nice, pretty day out here in Georgia. What's going on, Nathaniel? We have the Drunken Chef tuning in. Appreciate the support. We're just out here having a little holiday fun. Appreciate that. Said he hit that sub button. HD45 says, just tuned in. It looks nice out there. Oh yeah, it's a nice, lovely day. Nice day to be out, hanging out with your family and friends on a nice holiday weekend. We're just gonna be out here for a few more minutes, guys, because I gotta get out of here and go have some fun for the day. Gonna head to the park, fly some kites and all that good stuff. Did anybody remember flying kites when you were a kid? Anybody else like doing that? Shout out to Germany, says the weather is windy and rainy. This summer sucks. Oh my goodness. You gotta throw some rain rocks in the sky. You throw those rain rocks up, it'll make the rain go away. It's a special technique. Oh my God, there's schooling back there, I believe. I do believe. If I saw what I think I saw. Texas Noob said he might fly his drone today. What kind of drone do you have? I always seems like it might be a fun hobby. And then I know some people actually use those things to, they do it to make a living. That's what they do for their job, is fly drones and stuff like that. So do you make any money with that, Texas Snoop, or you just do it for fun? DJI Mini 3. How much do one of those cost? And is that the newer version, or they have newer ones out now? Oh my goodness, guys. I see something. I see something. Let's see if I can sneak up on these fish and get them to bite. All right, we're just gonna do some fan casting now, guys. Time is almost up. Texas Noob says 400 for mid-grade, 2 to 3K for top end. Oh my God. Appreciate that. We got HD45. Just hit that subscribe button. I think I would have to go with the mid-grade there, Texas Noob. Think I'll stick to the mid-grade. So do you make any money with yours, or you just do it as a hobby? All right, we had some followers, but no takers. I guess we can go ahead and close it out with the shaky head, guys. Let's put a little stank on it. We got to do it right. All right. What's going on, Brad? Text New says hobby for right now, but we'll use it for my photography. Okay, good deal. Okay, doing some wedding gigs. We have Sure G back in the chat. All right, guys, we have 1 more minute on the shot clock. Time flies when you're having fun. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Big shout out to the Outdoor King. Slid right on in. Said, let me go ahead and sponsor this little shindig for today. I believe Outdoor King was one of the sponsors for for the Big Bass Battle also. I think Faith and Tackle took the sponsor spot for the Big Bass Battle. Make sure you guys go and check out Texas Snoop's channel. He'll be releasing a video on the Big Bass Battle. I can't wait to see it. I guess I could have made a video on my end too, right? Seth says, every time I'm in somebody's chat, they catch a big fish. Well, Seth, I need you to come back the next time because right now I'm ending. We're about to head out. This is going to be the official last cast right here, guys, so I can go ahead and head in for the day. But like I said, just wanted to come out here, hang out with you guys for a quick minute. Spend some time out here on this beautiful Lake Lanier. Fly around in the boat a little bit. It'd have been nice to stick a two, but like I said, today we weren't even out here for that long, guys. We were out here for what, about an hour and a half, I believe. Seth says, well, I hope you catch the big one on this cast, on the last cast. All right, well, we'll see, Seth. We'll fish it all the way back to the boat. Blaster says, the last cast, is it really? Yep, this is the last cast of the day. But we'll be back again, guys. Again, want to give a big shout out to the Outdoor King, the sponsor of today's live stream. Also want to give a shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. I always have to support those that support the fishing community. Also, FishXLive.com. You guys have seen the name and you've heard it a lot. Make sure you go and download that app for free. And you can check out the Battle of the Anglers that was on there from this past weekend. You can see that live leaderboard. Everybody's asking who won, who came in first place, who caught what. But once you go to FishXLive, click on the Tournaments tab, and then you'll see a search bar. Just type in Big Bass Battle, and it should be the very first tournament that comes up. Once you see that, click on Watch Live. Now, once you see the names on the leaderboard, if you click on a specific angler's name, then you'll actually be able to see each fish that angler caught and the picture of that angler holding up their fish. Want to give a big shout out to AC. AC was out there doing it big for the Big Bass Battle, guys. She was keeping everybody in line, updating that leaderboard and all that. Really appreciate you more than you know. Everybody, give a big shout out to AC. If you could, please type AC in the chat. And if you don't do it, I hope you get DQ'd on the next Big Bass, on on the next Bass for Cash weigh-in. Everybody who does not type AC in the chat deserves to get DQ'd. Hey, look at Texas Nuke typed it in there twice. He says, I do not want to get DQ'd. All right, guys, that's one of the top water baits that I was using. Didn't really get a chance to. I threw it a few times today, but we got to come back out here where there isn't so much lake. I just need to get here now before all of the jet skis and holiday people, rented boats, and all that good stuff starts getting out here, and it starts getting a little crazy. Appreciate that, Seth. Things that God does says, if you catch a fish in the next 2 minutes, I will donate $10. All right, I guess that means you want one more cast, right? We'll make one more cast. How about that, guys? I got bribed. I'm taking a bribe to take another cast. So we're gonna make one more cast. One more cast. Don't get DQ'd. Blaster says, yay, one more cast. Yeah, it's a nice day out here today, guys. Brian says, so jealous, it looks perfect. Well, don't be jealous, Brian. Just enjoy the scenery. Check it out. It looks lovely out here. I'm out here for those that can't be. We just had to slide in one more cast. I got bribed, so the bribe, guys. What's going on, Dottie? Faith and Tackle says, here for a good time, not a long time. Faith and Tackle showing up in the chat. Faith and Tackle, you're in just in time to watch the last cast. This was the official last cast. Appreciate that, Midwest. All right, guys, there we go. That's all she wrote. Now I'm about to get out of here and go hang out at the park, have a good time, enjoy this holiday with some family. Fly some kites with the youngins. Maybe have a little picnic. Reach out to somebody that you really care about and let them know that you care about them today, guys. Nothing is promised, so you always have to make the best of what you have when you have it and while you have it. All right? Don't take things for granted. Like I said, reach out to your loved ones, let them know how you feel, that you're thinking about them. Hope everybody has a holiday Monday leading into the weekend. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and head on out. I'll see everybody on the